Ever feel like you're stuck at the foot of a mountain? Like your dreams are just out of reach and every time you try to climb, you hit a wall? Well, here's the truth. The mountain you're trying to conquer, it's you. In today's video, we're going to break down how the biggest obstacles in our lives are actually the keys to our success. Stick around, because we're about to change the way you think about challenges forever. Make sure to watch the video from start to finish for the full experience. Or if you're short on time, feel free to jump to the chapter that interests you using the timestamps in the description below. 1. Understanding Self-Sabotage. Let's kick things off with the topic we all love to hate, self-sabotage. You know what I mean. Those moments where you have a big opportunity in front of you, but somehow you end up procrastinating, playing small, or just avoiding it altogether. You can see the finish line, but somehow you're tripping over your own feet. This is one of the core issues Brianna Wiest talks about in The Mountain Is You. Self-sabotage is like a mountain we build for ourselves to keep us stuck. Wiest argues that we self-sabotage when we're subconsciously afraid of success, or when we're trying to avoid change. Our brains, in a weird way, see change as a threat, even though it's exactly what we need to grow. And this is where we build those self-imposed mountains. Actionable step. So how do we stop this? Well, the first step is to identify where we're holding ourselves back. Think about areas where you procrastinate or avoid success. Is it in your career? In relationships? Your health? Write these down and see if you can spot patterns. Once you identify the areas, ask yourself, what beliefs am I holding on to that are keeping me stuck? These are often limiting beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve success. Once you spot these, challenge them. Are they really true? Personal experience. This is something I've definitely faced. When I first got into investing, I was terrified of losing money. Every time I thought about making a big move in the stock market, I would freeze. I wasn't scared of success. I was scared of failure and all the potential pain that came with it. But once I realized that my fear of failure was just a story I was telling myself, I decided to face it head on. I started small, did my research, and over time, I built up my confidence. Now I'm more strategic in my investments, and I trust myself more. 2. The power of change and transformation. Change. It's a word that makes a lot of people break out in a cold sweat, right? It's like, nope, I'm good. I'll just stay in my comfort zone. But Brianna Wiest argues that in order to grow, we must embrace change. And here's the kicker. Growth doesn't feel comfortable at first. Wiest explains that change is one of the most natural things in life, but we resist it because we fear the unknown. This fear often keeps us stagnant, stuck in old habits or patterns that aren't serving us. But here's the thing. Change is inevitable, and it's the key to transformation. Actionable step. Instead of resisting change, lean into it. The next time you're faced with a change, whether it's a new job, a move, or a new project, don't panic. Instead, remind yourself that this is an opportunity for growth. And here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid of failure. Wiest points out that failure isn't something to be feared. It's something to be learned from. So when you fail, it's simply part of the process. See it as feedback that brings you closer to your goals. If you're loving this so far, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a mountain in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. Personal experience. When I started investing, I was obsessed with avoiding loss. Every dip in the market felt like a failure. But as I continued to invest, I realized that the market is a roller coaster. It's full of ups and downs. Once I accepted the volatility, I started enjoying the process. In fact, some of the best lessons I've learned came from failed investments. And guess what? The more I leaned into the uncomfortable parts of investing, the more I grew as an investor. 3. Breaking through emotional blocks. This one's a game changer. Emotional blocks. These are the feelings and emotions that we don't always acknowledge, but they run our lives. Fear, anger, shame. These emotions become like boulders in our path, blocking us from making progress. Wiest teaches us that emotions are incredibly powerful. They can either push us forward or hold us back. If we're not in touch with our emotions, or if we suppress them, they can cause us to make decisions out of fear or anxiety, which ultimately keeps us stuck at the bottom of the mountain. Actionable step. Here's what you can do. The next time you feel blocked or overwhelmed, pause. Identify what you're feeling. Is it fear? Frustration? Anger? Name it. Once you can name it, you can tame it. After that, find healthy ways to release that emotion. For some, it's physical activity, like running or yoga. For others, journaling works wonders. The goal is to let the emotions out so they don't control your decisions. Personal experience. I used to let emotions like fear and frustration drive my decisions when it came to investing. The first time the market dipped after I bought in, I panicked. I was ready to sell everything, but I took a step back, acknowledged my fear, and realized it wasn't helping. Now, when the market fluctuates, I remind myself to stay calm and focus on long-term growth. That shift has made me a better investor, and honestly, a better person. 4. Building inner strength. Inner strength. It's that quiet, steady force inside you that keeps you going when the going gets tough. You know, when you feel like giving up but something inside pushes you forward. That's what we need to tackle the mountain of life. Wiest says that building inner strength starts with self-trust. You need to believe that you have what it takes to make it through tough times. It's also about developing resilience, bouncing back when life knocks you down. Actionable step. To build your inner strength, start with small, daily routines that support your mental and emotional health. This could be meditation, journaling, or physical exercise. Small wins each day add up over time and help you build the resilience to take on bigger challenges. Also, celebrate your progress. Don't wait until you're at the top of the mountain to feel proud. Each step forward is worth recognizing. Personal experience. Building inner strength was key for me, especially with investing. There were times when I wanted to quit or panic when things weren't going my way. But I reminded myself I had the tools and knowledge to handle it. Over time, I got stronger, and my ability to stay calm in the face of market fluctuations improved. It's all about trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way. 5. Letting go of the past. This is a tough one, letting go of the past. Whether it's old mistakes, old wounds, or even old beliefs, the past can hold us back from reaching our potential. But here's the thing, you can't climb the mountain if you're still carrying around yesterday's baggage. Wiest encourages us to let go of past failures and regrets. These old stories don't serve us anymore. We're not our past mistakes. Once we forgive ourselves and release the past, we free up space for growth. Actionable step. Start by practicing self-forgiveness. You've made mistakes, it happens. But forgive yourself and recognize that those mistakes don't define your future. Focus on what you can do today to move forward. Also, work on releasing any limiting beliefs from your past. Old stories like, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed have to go. Replace them with empowering thoughts. Personal experience. For a while, I couldn't stop thinking about my early mistakes with investing. I regretted some of my decisions and it held me back. But eventually, I realized that holding on to that regret wasn't helping me move forward. I started focusing on my present decisions and learning from my past without letting it control me. That was the turning point. 6. Enjoying the journey. Finally, let's talk about enjoying the journey. We all get caught up in destination, right? We're constantly focused on the end goal. But the truth is, the journey is where all the growth happens. Wiest argues that enjoying the process, not just the outcome, is key to long-term success. If you only focus on the destination, you'll miss out on all the amazing growth happening along the way. Actionable step. Make sure to enjoy the small wins. Celebrate every step forward. Whether you've made progress with your goals or simply learned something new, take a moment to appreciate the journey. Also, be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and the road isn't always smooth. But every twist and turn is part of your story. Personal experience. Early on in my investing journey, I was obsessed with making money quickly. I wanted to see huge returns right away, but as I focused more on learning about the markets, strategies, and myself, I started to enjoy the process. The journey became the reward, and the profits followed. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The mountain is you. The challenges you face today are not obstacles, they're opportunities to grow. By facing your fears, embracing change, and building inner strength, you can climb any mountain life throws your way. If you loved this breakdown, don't forget to check out my full book summary playlist for more insights from life-changing books. And remember, you're the only one who can conquer your mountain. Like, subscribe, and comment mountain below to keep the conversation going.